Welcome to yoga. Before we get started, does anybody have any special requests for today's practice? All right, well then we'll just jump on in. Let's get started on our mat in a comfortable seated position. And if you normally cross your legs one way, maybe think about trying the other way today. Switch it up a little bit. And we'll just come to stillness, becoming aware of the breath here. And while you're here, maybe set an intention for today's practice, a little goal that you have. And we'll just start off with a little breathing practice and then slowly add a little bit more movement to it. So while we're here, we'll start on a box breath is what it's called. So we're going to inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, and exhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts. So we'll take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. Deep breath. 3, 4. Hold. And exhale. Hold. Deep breath in. Hold. Exhale. Hold. And one more time, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. And you can take your breath in and kind of return to a normal breathing pattern if you'd like. And on our next inhale, let's reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale in the heart center. Take a deep breath in here. We'll interlace the fingers and stretch them out in front of us. On the exhale, inhale up. Exhale behind you. Inhale, reach those hands out. And exhale back to your heart center. Take a breath here. Exhale, reach those fingers out in front of you. Inhale up. Exhale behind you. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, stretch out. And exhale back to heart center. We'll do this one more time. You're welcome to take it at your own pace. I'll still do it up here, but you can like follow along or choose to do it at your own breath. Whenever you finish up, we'll just meet with our hands in heart center. All right. On the next breath, let's place our left hand on the mat. Inhale our right arm up, and we're going to gently drop that head to the right side. Walking the left hand just barely behind us and the right just behind the ear. Look down and into your armpit. And release the right hand to the mat. Inhale the left hand up. Gently drop the head to the left side. Let's walk the right hand just barely behind us, left hand behind the ear. Look down and into the left armpit. And release the left hand to the mat. All right, let's do a few neck circles while we're here. So you can start whichever direction you want. Just dropping your head to the side and up, to the other side, and looking down. However fast or slow you want. And let's switch directions. Maybe one more. And then we'll come to our neutral spine, to stillness once again. And let's take just a few shoulder circles, first bringing them forward and down and back. And switch directions, pulling them back and down. And we'll do one or two more. And then come back to stillness. Let's place our hands on the mat and swing the legs around into tabletop. From here, we'll start on our cat-cow flow, just warming up the spine. As always, you can just move to your own breath. One or two more. We'll come back to our neutral spine. From here, let's tuck the toes and lift the hips into a downward facing dog. Maybe walking on the feet, dropping one heel to the mat and then the other. And let's step the right foot forward into a lunge. From here, we'll lift the torso and the arms all the way up into a high lunge. Just holding this for a moment. On the next breath, let's step the left foot out just a little bit. We'll straighten the front leg. Maybe bring your hands to your hip crease and hinging from the hips, drop over that front leg and reach towards the mat. This is also a great place if you have a block to use that to support you. Hopefully we're really getting that hamstring stretch in the front leg. On the next breath, let's bend the right knee, bring the hands to the mat and step the left foot back again. Dropping the left knee, untucking those toes. We'll lift the torso into a crescent pose. Bringing the hands back down to the mat. We'll straighten that front leg, walking the hands back into a reverse lunge. And back through our low lunge. Let's bring that foot over to the left side, dropping the knee into a half pigeon. And you're welcome to jump into whatever form of pigeon you prefer, whether that's with your hands on the mat, dropping onto your elbows, or reaching back for full pigeon. On the next breath, if you're on your elbows, we'll come back up to our hands. Tuck the back toes. And step back to a downward facing dog. We'll bend the knees here and slowly walk the hands back to the feet. Forward fold. Inhale up, half lift. Exhale, fold. We'll come all the way to a standing position. Exhale, hands to our sides. Let's step up with the left foot and inhale the arms up to the sky. Left knee bent into a high lunge. Hopefully getting in a good hip flexor stretch while we're here. On the next breath, we'll just step the right foot up just a little bit. Straighten that front leg. Bring your hands to your hip crease and slowly fold over the front leg into pyramid pose. Just a couple more breaths here. And then we'll bend the left knee, step the right foot back, bring the hands to the mat. We'll drop the right knee to the mat, untuck the toes, and lift the torso into the crescent pose. Exhale the hands back to the mat. Slowly straighten the front leg, walking the hands and the torso back to our reverse lunge. And back through our forward lunge, we'll bring that right foot or the left foot over to the right side. Into pigeon. And just jump into whichever form of pigeon you're comfortable with. Maybe while you're here, remind yourself of your intention for today's practice. And on the next breath, if you're on your elbows, we'll come back up to our hands. Tuck the toes and step back to a downward facing dog. We'll just be here for about 2 breaths. On the next exhale, we'll drop the knees to the mat, untuck the toes, and come back to a kneeling position. All right, so we're gonna do a fun pose, camel pose. I'm sure we've done it a couple times. If you do have any, I just feel like I have to say this every time. If you do have any back issues, you're welcome to hang out in child's pose. I don't want to like injure anybody, but if you don't and you feel ready for it, we'll do this. So we'll come up to a tall kneeling position with our toes tucked. Start with our hands like they're in our back pockets and open the chest, looking up to the sky. Keep the core engaged. And if this is a great spot for you, you're welcome to stay here. If you'd like to continue, you're welcome to walk those hands down the back of your legs, all the way to your ankles, looking up to the sky. So just find a comfortable spot for you. When you're ready to come out of the pose, you'll just walk your hands back up how you came down, and we'll meet in a kneeling position whenever you're done. So I'll give you guys a couple seconds to play around with that and hang out in camel pose if you'd like to. So the main purpose of camel pose is like as a heart opener, which is supposed to help wake us up and open up the chest, help blood flow. So it's great for your mornings. All right. From here, let's walk the hands forward into a tabletop position. And from tabletop, we just did an extension with camel pose. So we're gonna do a little bit more of a flexion. It's gonna be similar to child's pose, but not quite. So from here, we're gonna hang our head and just let the neck completely relax. Arch the back just a little bit. We're gonna slowly move our hips back towards our feet. And like for me, I'm starting to feel a stretch already, but maybe you can go all the way back to your feet. So just find the spot that you can feel a little bit of a stretch, but not like too much. And let's come back to our neutral spine and tabletop and run through a couple cat-cow flows. So just moving the spine with your breath. Maybe two more. Then we'll slowly walk the hands back to our feet in a kneeling position. Swing those legs around. Bring the legs into a tented position on the mat, and we'll lay onto our backs. From here, let's hug the right knee into the chest. From here, you can also take the right knee in little circles if you'd like. And let's extend that foot up to the sky. We'll bring the right ankle to the left knee. And drop the legs over to the left side. You can send your arms out to the sides and look to the right. On the next breath in, let's bring the legs back to center. Release that right foot to the mat and hug the left knee into the chest. Taking that knee in little circles if you want. We'll send the left foot up to the sky, holding behind the hamstring or the calf. Then let's bring the left ankle to the right knee. Send the arms out to the sides and let the legs fall to the right as you look towards the left. Inhale the legs back to center. Release the left leg back to the mat. If you'd like, you're welcome to stay here, or you're welcome to place your hands underneath your hips and send the legs up to the sky in a waterfall pose. Just holding this for a few moments. And on the next breath, release those feet back to the mat. Let the blood rush back into the toes. And then we'll release the hands from under the hips, opening the palms up to the sky. Send the legs out in front of you. And come to stillness on your mat. In corpse pose. We'll only be here for about 2 minutes, but just let yourself enjoy this time of stillness. Allow yourself to focus maybe on your intention or on your breath. On the next breath, let's bring awareness back to your body. Maybe wiggle the fingers and the toes, or roll the wrists and the ankles. We'll hug both knees into the chest and rock side to side, giving your lumbar spine a little bit of a massage. And then forward and back. And on the third rock, we'll come up to a seated position. From here, let's inhale the arms up to the sky. And exhale them to heart center. Thank you guys for practicing with me. Namaste.